What is going on? Welcome back to another video. You're watching Suns Out Fishing. We have a very special one in store for today and something I've been looking forward to doing for quite some time. For those of you that don't know, I live here in Southeast Florida, and for the past few years, we have had a major issue with invasive fish basically taking over our freshwater lakes and canals. So today, I'm out here with my buddy Dennis, and we are on a mission to eradicate and eliminate as many of these invasive species as we can, and then we're going to take them over to a wildlife sanctuary and try to feed some of our native predatory animals. Should be an absolute blast and extremely rewarding, so thanks so much for clicking on this one, and I hope you enjoy. So today we are going after these invasives by any means necessary. We're gonna start off here. It's still pretty early in the morning. We're gonna be looking for some bullseye snakehead. They actually come from Southeast Asia, and it looks like Dennis is already hooked up. Unbelievable. We literally just dropped the trolling motor in maybe less than 2 minutes ago, but this is perfect. Let me show you guys what this fish looks like. All right, check it out. This is a bullseye snakehead, which Dennis so rudely interrupted my talking segment with. But cool fish, absolutely tiny one. They get a lot bigger than this, and hopefully if we can get a big one in the boat today, I will show it off with the big camera. But this is what we're after. This is one of the species we're after. We're also going to be trying to do some compound bow fishing, which I'm really looking forward to. We're going to be looking for tilapia and probably some cichlid doing that, and looking for these invasive bullseye snakehead with the rod and reel. They really like topwater frogs, and that's exactly what Dennis used to catch this one. So let's get this guy on the ice, and it's a first meal for one of those animals that we're gonna feed later on. Pretty sweet. So that's pretty hilarious. Dennis and I were cracking up because, I mean, that was so quick. Couldn't have happened any faster. I think that was his second cast. I haven't even made a cast yet, but here's what I'm throwing. This little topwater frog made by Live Target. I really like this particular color. It reminds me of leopard frogs, which we have here in Florida, and also bowfish toads, which is another invasive animal that we have here in South Florida. There's so many invasives down here. If you're not familiar, we have green iguanas, actually a couple different species of iguanas, different birds. We have like peacocks that are here. We have peacock bass. It's just crazy. We're overthrown with invasives down here, and we're gonna do our part to try to get some of them out of our waterway. So with these snakeheads, what they really like to do is sit on the banks. You don't really catch them out in the open too much. They're opportunistic ambush predators. And like I was mentioning, they really like to eat frogs, little ducklings, lizards, anything that gets too close to the water, and they'll snatch them right up. I've heard of them eating squirrels, basically any unsuspecting prey. So what we're doing right now, the technique is just honestly casting as close to the bank as we possibly can. It's nice to get a long parallel cast to the bank, but if not, just casting it onto the bank and pulling it in as naturally as possible, just like it's a little frog entering the water. That's usually when you get the bite. Yeah. I don't think that was a snake. Is that one?
What is it?
Oh my God, the way he came in, that was... Wow, this thing gave next to zero fight. Another little guy, huh? Crazy. It's almost like I killed him on hook set. He's got almost no life in him. This is very, very odd, but that's okay. Maybe I put him out of his misery quickly. He's going in the cooler. Dennis has a fish on too. That was cichlid. A lot of small fish in this part of the lake, or this part of the canal rather. And hopefully where we move to in a little while, there might be some bigger fish. A lot of numbers here though. Dude, now that you say that, I think let's just put the Gino in the trailer and go surf. Oh, broke it. Dude, that's 50. He went through 50?
Tyler just got cut off instant.
Oh man. Dennis is on the phone with Victor, and I'm here joking around, not paying attention. And I just broke off a snakehead. Oh well, it's all good. I got more frogs, we got more time. Let's keep it going. One of my absolute favorite things about the Ginu is the accessibility. We're actually in Dennis's Ginu today. I've had a Ginu for almost 2 years, and he recently bought one, and he's so in love with it, and it's a sweet setup. It's super nice, but we just went under some really low-lying bridges, stuff you couldn't get under with any other boat. Maybe obviously a kayak, but you'd be really, really limited with any other kind of boat. So it's one of the best things about having a Gino. You could just get to areas where other fishermen can't get.
I also have no trouble admitting that probably the reason I got this Gino is because of you, dude.
Well, happy to help. Happy to create another addict. There's a little iguana right here on the seawall, and that is exactly what these snakeheads are waiting for to fall into the water. This is a perfect example. That thing would get absolutely inhaled by a good sized snakehead.
Off, but
Snake.
See him. Is that another one? Oh my god, dude.
Oh, that was crazy. We wasn't recording for the bite, but there was 2 snakeheads right there. I don't know if it was a breeding pair. I got the little one. I was casting for a bigger one, and then this one came over and slurped the frog down. But wow, this is a tiny guy. Nothing but munchkins so far, but we're gonna get into some nice fish.
Epic.
Oh, that was sick.
Epic.
Oh no. Unfortunately, I was not recording on my GoPro on my chest, but that was a really nice eat from this snakehead. I actually watched him come over and hit it. This is definitely gonna be the nicest of the day. Not a giant, but a good one. Dennis netted it for me, attaboy.
Yes, dude.
That was a nice eat, man, wow.
Violent.
That is what snakehead fishing is all about, is that explosive topwater hit. Nothing gets you going like that. If you're a fisherman, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Not a monster by any means. We're really hoping on getting some bigger ones than this today, but figured I'd show this guy off real quick with the big camera so you could take a look. What a cool fish, man. I've only been fishing for these things for probably the last 6-8 months. They've been in South Florida for a while doing damage, but for whatever reason, I just never went after them. But ever since I have, I've just grown this massive respect and intrigue in them. They're super cool fish. I'm gonna try to show you. They got this super hard head, bullseye spot back here. That's why they get the infamous name Bullseye Snakehead. But that's just a false eye. A lot of fish have those. It's a defense mechanism so they could swim away from larger predators when they're smaller fish. But super cool. We're gonna get them on ice and keep it going. What a sick fish. Look at that frog, is way down in that mouth. The way this fish ate was just lights out. Super cool eat. Gotta love some topwater fishing.
And then when it comes time to sell, it usually has better resale value.
Not only that, it's not gonna, it's the confidence aspect. Like, it's not gonna fail you.
Yes!
That was a snake, right?
Looked like it. He's still falling.
Dang.
That was nice.
That was a short strike right there. It's been a little while since we've gotten, oh, let's go, Dennis. That was so sick. Oh, that's a good one, dude. Oh, no. Son of a gun. Dennis just laughed. No offense. He bent your hook? I was gonna say, I don't think you ever set that hard, but maybe you did.
Oh, I did.
You did, I didn't catch it. Oh, man. So I was back-to-back fish in this little area.
Yeah.
Woo.
And the thing I've noticed about snakeheads is when you start seeing 1 or 2, you're gonna start seeing in that next 100 yards of water.
Yeah.
More and more and more.
I've noticed that too. They kind of congregate together. Well, that's cool. We're feeling optimistic. We're feeling hopeful. Let's see if we can get some more fish to the boat. Like Dennis was saying, this stretch might be holding some fish, so we're gonna really work it hard.
Oh.
What an eat.
Bro,
Second time
just that is very unusual for snakehead right there.
That is the second time today that we've stuck a fish and on hook set somehow basically brained the fish, which is okay because we're not releasing any today. I mean, we don't get to fight them, but it's weird. They're usually notoriously super tough fighters. Second one that just came to the boat basically has dead weight. When this fish first came to the boat, I mean, it has no life in it now, but it was really, really pretty. Some vibrant yellows and reds and oranges, but now...
Dude, he's got something coming out of his
Oh, wow.
But here.
Is that a cricket?
It's mulch.
There's mulch that just came out of this fish.
Or like, it's like grass.
Weird.
Some type of...
You know what happens? We've seen them feed before. I'll put a clip up so you guys can take a look. But you know, they're ambushing little bait fish or frogs, tadpoles, and sometimes they can get a mouthful of grass while they're doing that. So that's probably what happened there.
Hey, he's lifeless.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
Huh. Oh my God, big one. That's a big one.
Once again, wasn't recording, got slurped. Nice fish. Whoa, this one's fighting. Oh, he's got some really cool false eyes on him. Oh, I thought he was gonna jump right there. Thank you. Here it is. Looked a little bit bigger in the water, but see what's pretty cool is these black dots right here. I don't remember any of the other fish having them this pronounced and this prominent. And then they got these little, on their fins here, they got these little white spots. I call them stars. Looks like stars on a black sky, on a night sky, but cool fish. Another one for the box. We're loading up. We probably got 4 or 5 now. Ate the frog. I love this color right here, man. Looks just like some of the frogs that we have around, both native and invasive. So super cool. We will get this one in the box, keep trucking along and see if we can get some more fish.
We just saw a snakehead, or we think is a snakehead, just pop right there.
Huh. I don't know, was it a snake? Is that his head right there? Yeah, he's coming for you. Oh, it's a big one, dude. Oh my God. Oh, it's 2 of them. They're breeders. Here he comes. Oh, I think we could get these fish. I think we can get these fish with the gambler or with the arrow, bro. All right, so that was kind of cool. What happened was, quick story. We were coming down the bank. Dennis and I are joking around, and we heard a pop right up against the bank, which signaled to us that it was most likely going to be a snakehead. We pulled up nice and slow, started throwing our frogs in there, and we actually got eyes on the fish, and it looked like a breeding pair. We accidentally spooked them just now, what your boy Dennis did. So I'm gonna switch up my bait. Actually, we're not getting that many bites on the top water, so I'm gonna do something kind of subsurface and see if that produces a better bite for us. Here's what I threw on. It's a purple gambler. I believe the color is June bug. It's got like little green flakes. I think this will work really well, since these fish are probably suspended down a little bit and not as aggressive as they were when there was low light. That's a fish. I was like, what the heck? I don't feel like I have a good hook in him. It feels big. Is this a bass? Oh no, it's a nice snake. Wow, that was cool. Wow, switching up to the swim bait paid off there. This thing ate right next to the lily pads, and I thought I was stuck on the lily pads, but then it started swimming, and I was like, oh, that's a fish. This is a nice one too. Heck yeah, that's a good one, dude. That is a good one.
That's the biggest one of the day.
Let's go, baby. Biggest of the day, straight from Dennis's mouth. That's what I like to hear. All right, there it is. Probably the nicest fish of the day. Check him out. I'm trying to get him to go straight here, but got some nice colors. It's got less of these black spots back here, but still a really cool fish. Orange and greens are what's standing out on this fish. I can't get him to go straight for you guys, but check out the gambler right in his face there. That was a ticket right there. These fish probably just moved down lower in the water column. It's summertime here in South Florida, and you know, it's hot. Us humans are always talking about how hot it is, but these fish feel it too, and they're probably not going to be close to the surface when the sun is blazing like that. So they moved down, we switched up the tactics and got rewarded on that one. You know, it's pretty cool. You could see a lot of times ambush predators, like a snakehead is, their eyeballs are on top of their head because they're constantly looking up to see if anything's going to fall in the water or swim over their heads. They sit down in the mud or in the vegetation, they go camouflage, try to blend in, and they're constantly looking up and waiting for their next prey item to swim over their head so they can crush it. Pretty cool. Another one for the box. Okay, we are finally switching over to the bow fishing setups. We hung up the rod and reels. They did well for us. We got some nice snakeheads, but now we're gonna look for some cichlids and tilapias. So like I said before, by any means necessary, we're gonna try to eradicate and eliminate as many of these invasives as we can. And right now is a good time to use the bow because we got a nice high sun, good visibility, and we're gonna come up along the bank. I'll show you guys exactly how I set this up. I'm kind of a novice, I'm no expert by any means, but I'll show you my way of doing it, and we'll see if we can shoot some fish. We're looking for cichlids and tilapias doing this. So let me quickly go over this with you all, show you how to set it up and get it ready to shoot. So we have the arrow right here. It's connected to this reel that's on the front of the bow here, and that just has line connected to it, so when you shoot it, obviously you can retrieve it easily. But you're gonna take the arrow and put it in this little section right here called the whisker biscuit, and it kind of keeps the arrow in line. Then what you're gonna do, there's a little groove cut out at the end, and then you'll stick it right there along this part of the bow, and this is what you're actually gonna pull back to release. Dennis is letting me borrow this little release clip that connects to your wrist. So what you want to do first is put the reel in free spool, which will allow the line to come off the reel once you release the arrow. Then connect the little release clip like that, and I'm going to keep my fingers away from this is the trigger, so I'll keep my fingers away from the trigger just to be safe. Literally just pull back like so. We're in free spool, we're good to go, and then I'm gonna line up, and when I see a fish, I'm actually gonna aim below the fish because the water refracts the light. So it looks like you're gonna hit them straight on, but if you don't aim low, you'll completely miss the fish high. And then as soon as I have the fish lined up, I'll press this trigger, release the arrow, and hopefully he's on the other end of the line. So let's come up on this bank and see if we can find some fish. One thing I will quickly mention is to double check with the FWC regulations, whatever you're going out and planning on shooting. I know for sure, I checked myself, cichlid and tilapia are okay. You could shoot them day or night, they're invasive, and the FWC doesn't even want them here in our waterways. So if you're gonna shoot those, you're cool. If there's anything else you're gonna go after in our waterways, make sure you double check the regulations. I got a cichlid lined up right here. That looked pretty close, didn't it?
I didn't see the cichlid.
He's right there. I missed, no surprise, swing and a miss. It's gonna take me, I'm a little rusty. I've only done this once before and it's been a while. So it might take me a couple attempts, but I think I was relatively close to hitting that fish. Got him. Let's go. All right, I just got my first fish on the bow. It's probably shot number 4 or 5. Got the old unicorn shot is what they call that. That would not be a very good shot if we were gonna fillet this fish and eat it ourselves, but the fact that we're feeding it to some animals, it won't cause any harm. But check this dude out. This is a beautiful, beautiful fish. Mayan cichlid. Look how gorgeous this fish is. This is one of the species of fish that the peacock bass were introduced to help control the population of here in South Florida. I think they first showed up on the scene in probably about the 80s, and they're extremely territorial and aggressive, and long story short, they took over pretty quickly, but they introduced the peacock bass, and the peacock bass eat a bunch of these, and so do snook, tarpon. A lot of fish like to eat them, but today a panther or an eagle or a bear or something at the sanctuary is going to get to eat it. That might be a snake right there, right? Oh, this might be one sitting on fry, dude. Yeah, it is. Oh, dude, I was a second too late. Oh no, they're guarding fry. Did you see the fry? They're gonna come back, right?
Looks like it.
Well, we weren't seeing many shootable fish from the Ginu. We tried for quite a while. So we pulled it out of the water. We made a little change. It's over there on Dennis's trailer, but we came to an area where we've seen some tilapia in the past, and we're gonna walk the bank old school style and try to get them with the bow. Tilapia or cichlid, whatever we can find. We probably got about an hour of daylight left. See if we can make it happen. We need a few more fish to feed these animals. All right, we just spotted some tilapia. Crazy. Look at the condition of this canal. It's probably 1 foot deep. We couldn't find any fish out there on the boat in deep water, and here they are. These fish are a little wary, a little spooky, but I'm hoping with some patience we could dial a few in. I have him. I don't know if he stayed on. Yeah, we got him. All right. Fish number 2 on the bow right here. It's another cichlid. Holy moly. Gotta watch my footing here. We're really trying to get some tilapia so we have some bigger prey sources for these animals, but the cichlids will do for now. Let's get this guy off of here, get him dispatched, and keep it going. We walked the bank until we completely lost light, but unfortunately ended up with no more fish. Originally, we were gonna take these fish over to Flamingo Gardens, but a change in plans landed us at a crazy ranch with some incredible creatures instead. All right, so little change in plans. We're actually not gonna be going to the Flamingo Garden Sanctuary today. Instead, we just pulled up to this guy's house. This is Blake, and he owns Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch. Super cool ranch with a bunch of really awesome animals. And we're gonna try to feed some of those fish that we caught the other day to his animals. So let's go get started.
Let's make it happen. I'll grab the snakehead, I'll bring it in. She wants to go in really bad. She's actually pregnant right now. So I'm gonna throw it in there and see if she'll eat it.
Okay. All right, so Blake is quickly gonna, he has an exhibit here, if you wanna call it that.
Yeah.
With 2 otters, and the female is pregnant. They're super cute, but we're gonna see if one wants to eat the entire snakehead. So Blake's gonna grab this thing and
I'm gonna take it off the mat.
All right, perfect.
You can hold that.
Yes, sir.
Is it recording or no?
Yeah, take it with you.
All right. Oliver, Callie, you wanna try this? Let's see what you guys do with that. Callie is massive right now. Yeah, she'll take it. I knew she would take it. She'll play with it. She'll probably chew on it a little bit.
So are they from like America? Where
These are small called Asian otters. They're one of the smallest species of otters.
Gotcha.
The males get about 10 pounds, the females will get about 9 pounds, and they're gonna take and eat anything that get overpowered. So they'll eat iguanas that come in here, snakes that come in here, birds, fish, everything. Oliver is very picky. He lives inside my house for a year. Callie, she's wild, she'll eat anything. She's gonna go try to find that fish right now. Come here, Callie.
Yeah, if they're from Asia, they might see this fish in the wild because the snakeheads are from there.
Sure.
Yeah.
But here at home, her main diet is rainbow trout, tilapia, frog legs, quail, green beans, carrots, and whenever people bring surprises. But she might chew on it a little bit. It gives us something else to do with enrichment for them to have fun.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking, the enrichment. Super cool. All right, so Oliver and Callie are gonna keep playing with the snakehead. They're so cute. They're picking at it. We'll come back in a few minutes and check on them, but we'll keep going across the ranch and see what else we can feed.
That is a kinkajou.
What now?
A kinkajou. Don't put your finger in it. Yeah.
How did you even find this thing?
So cute.
It does look cute.
Oh my. How do you clean them?
I give it fish. When there's no people around, it's fine. Everybody's good with me. If I'm gonna have an animal, make sure it's
He doesn't look like he likes you.
He doesn't like when people are around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know if it's a boy or a girl?
He's neutered. He came from a
That's
friend
why
of
he's
mine.
pissed.
But they're the worst pets to have. We have Marty. He's a laughing kookaburra. They live all over Australia. It's the biggest kingfisher in the world. They eat literally anything as well. Anything small enough they overpower, they'll bash it all up, tenderize it, and eat it whole.
Wow, super cool.
These are called cassowaries.
Are they family of the
Ostrich, yes.
of like emo and
Emu, yeah, emo.
emo?
Emus, the rheas, ostrich, kiwi, cassowary. 5 ratatas.
And they're from Australia, right?
From Australia, yeah.
So there is a slight chance these could attack, so we have to be on our P's and Q's right here.
Walk right in. Just go right to the middle.
Yes, sir. Oh my God.
Let's go right there. You want to try? You
Yeah.
can hold this guava out kind of far like that, and they might jump up here. Come right over here.
Okay. All right, so we're
Show them
gonna
that guava.
we're gonna try to feed the cassowary, and just like that, we did.
She should be able to see. Yeah, she'll swallow it
Oh
whole.
my God.
Watch it go down her throat.
You swallowed it?
I got another guava here. That thing wasn't playing any games. Swallowed that.
She'll take another one now. Just put it right out. Put it down like that. Yeah, so she can see it. Yeah. So at this size right now, if they really wanted to, they could jump up and just like slice you right in half. They can jump up over 6 foot tall right now.
I don't have any more.
There you go. Their mouth is nothing to worry about. It's their feet when they kick. Yeah, that's what They have daggers on the bottom. It can get up to 8 inches long. The knife come down on the bottom.
This is crazy.
But they're still very young, and they're still okay to be inside. And because your height, you're good. Younger kids, they will not let it come in here.
So they grow tall.
They get about 6 foot tall and 200 something pounds.
Oh my God. Super cool, man.
Yeah, they're neat. They're very,
Really
very
cool.
curious, and they're always watching.
They're like dinosaurs.
Oh, legit dinosaurs. So inside of here, we have
And
a
man,
ton of different waterfowl inside of here. We have these are called gray-winged trumpeters. They're from Peru. Guy right up top, white-crested turako from like the Congo of Africa.
Wow, that is so cool.
Turtles and tortoises all throughout it. We have one level pond here and another one down there. So we can start up here and we'll go down there. But everybody has their right of way in here. You literally just walk inside a giant bird cage. So everyone just flies. No one is pin-winged here. Everybody can fly and do their thing. Just go in there and you catch them real quick.
Don't let them crack the lens, boy.
Yeah, they'll tap that lens hard as well. They will. This was nothing. This was a canvas of just dirt, and I built the pond. After the pond, I landscaped it. This is about almost 4 years now of everything growing, taking care of it, doing this thing.
We're leaving the aviary. This is so sick. Some really cool fish and birds in here. I don't know what Blake's gonna show us next. I think there's an emu exhibit right here, so I think we're headed that way. Going inside of this giant shed real quick because Blake has some fish in here and we're gonna try to feed them some of the fillets that we have.
You know any of these guys?
I know the albino redtail.
Yeah.
I don't know what this thing is, but I've seen them before. What's that?
It's rib salt catfish.
Ribsaw catfish. What's that one in the back? Like a freshwater shark or
iridescent
something? Iridescent shark.
Iridescent sharks, there's a big old albino clown knife, giraffe nose catfish,
Oh, nice.
tinfoil barbs, a bunch of African cichlids. And that's pretty much it.
Look at the snakeheads there in the middle of the pond, and the otters did some work to it. It's only been like 15-20 minutes we've been gone, and they've been going after it. Look at that. Blake has some, there's a caiman, and what else is in there?
American alligator.
American alligator, and we're gonna try to feed them real quick. You said you want me to cut one of these?
Yeah, cut them like in like little squares like that big. Come here, Spaggy.
Here comes the caiman.
So you can get the shot.
Come on, Bubba. That is so cool.
She might get one more. I'll feed him until he won't stop anymore.
That's savage.
Spaggy.
All right, so that concludes the feeding of the animals with the fish. And I'm gonna give this bag to Blake, and then he has it here to feed his animals for the next coming days. But I think now we're gonna go and feed maybe like some of the cows and donkeys and emus. He has like a bunch of fruit. Maybe we'll feed some tortoises. So let's see what's up next. All right, everyone, that is all I have for this video. Thanks so much for tuning in. Big thanks to my buddy Blake for having me over and showing me the ranch. Super cool place, and definitely check out his channel, Blake's Exotic Animal Ranch. And that is all we have. We'll see you next time. Thanks again.